John Wick Chapter 2. So John Wick Chapter 2 is the sequel to the surprisingly entertaining John Wick. You remember that movie that no one thought was going to be good? Then we saw it, we were like, whoa, it was actually really good. In John Wick Chapter 2, I can't really get too much into the plot without, I want you to kind of experience it. Point is, twists and turns and murder, and now we have John Wick 2. First of all, what I love about this is Keanu Reeves. I'm pretty sure Keanu Reeves is the only one who could make this franchise work. Even the cheesy ass dialogue in here, Keanu Reeves commits and makes it work. Like when he's like, I'm going to kill them. I'm going to kill them all. I'm like, Keanu, let's get to it. And I enjoyed the world building. This movie feels like it slows down more than John Wick 1 did. In that I feel like John Wick 1 is more exciting, or maybe it's just the fact that John Wick 1 was just more surprising than John Wick 2. Like going into John Wick 1, you didn't know what to expect. Now we have the bar set, we know what to expect. So John Wick 2, and any time it kind of takes a dip, we're like, but wait, it's not as exciting as John Wick 1. However, the world you saw in John Wick 1, you know, with the hotel, that's kind of the safe haven, whatever you have against someone, when you're in there, it's like Holy Ground and Highlander, no one fights there. This takes that lore and really expands the mythology to a few more rules you didn't know about that are in this world. I thought that was really cool, man. World building is important for a sequel to do. The sequel does it. And the action. When the action is going down like John Wick 1, it is damn exciting. John Wick is the boogeyman. Precision personified in human form, never misses. If he misses the head, that's because he shot you in the chest twice or took out your knees before he shot you in the head. Everyone coming after John Wick has the aim of stormtroopers, so for John Wick, it's just fish in a barrel, man. Murder, 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 murder. People die. But that is when the action is going down. The second half is when the shit hits the fan more than the first half. For the first half of this movie, they really are in a tough spot because John Wick 1 had such a pure motivation for John Wick. These assholes bust into his place and kill his dog, which was the last link he had to his now dead wife. That will bring an ex-hitman out of retirement to kill some folks. So in this movie, they're kind of stuck with, what do we do to get John Wick back? He kind of fulfilled that. So they come up with a plot device to bring him back, but just the motivation in it just isn't as pure as someone who wants revenge for love. So this movie really is in a tough spot where the first action sequence in the movie builds off of the last movie, yeah, but then that wraps up. That is the intro. That's like before the beginning title even comes on the screen. Now we have a plot that really isn't linked to the first movie so much, but you have to have a reason for him to come back. So the movie spends half the movie building that reason up because you have to come up with a whole new plot device. Guys, in the end, John Wick Chapter 2, I enjoyed. I just don't know a John Wick movie can actually be as good as the first movie because of the surprise factor. It's just when a movie comes out of nowhere, hits you so hard with that surprise, there's no way for a sequel to follow that up and be as good as it, you know what I mean? Plus the motivation in the first movie I can get behind more than the second movie, but Keanu Reeves delivers and shows that he is now and probably forever will be John Wick. It's a fun movie, it's a ridiculous movie. Some of the dialogue makes you like, only Keanu could do that. If you like John Wick 1, I think you'll like John Wick 2. If John Wick 1 wasn't your thing, this definitely is not going to be your thing. And I will say John Wick Chapter 2 is a good time, no alcohol required. There are some great hits, like when John Wick is out of ammo and has to use hand-to-hand or possibly pencils. There are some great hits that happen to people. Holy shit. Alright guys, so John Wick Chapter 2. Have you seen it? What did you think about it? Or what do you think is better, John Wick or John Wick Chapter 2? I know this review is a bit early, so a lot of you haven't seen it yet. I'm just saying after you see it, come back and let me know what you think. This video will be here for you. Whatever you think, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.